Impact. So today I'm actually on the road and I wanted to I wanted to answer the top questions that I get asked about the Atkins diet. So, first and foremost, the biggest question I get asked is, well, the biggest response is, I need carbohydrates. I can't live without carbohydrates. So first of all, usually those people are the ones that become the die-hard low-carb people, okay? So I would like to first of all say that there are no essential carbohydrates. There are essential proteins and there are essential fats, but there are no essential carbohydrates. You will see now even people are actually going zero carb, so they won't eat any vegetables or anything like that. But according to like Atkins.com and Atkins books and everything, and pretty much all kinds of different sources all over the world, they are saying that between 12 and 15 grams of net carbohydrates is a pretty good area to be able to stay for proper brain function, so that you're not foggy and you're actually feeling good and everything, keep your vital organs going, and just a little bit of glycogen to keep you in a good situation. So you can live without carbohydrates, you don't need them, and you'll be surprised when you actually cut them down how much leaner you feel, how much less bloated you feel, how much more amazing you feel. So you are much more efficient at burning fat as fuel as you are carbohydrates as fuel. I don't know about you, but personally, when I eat a bunch of carbs, if I don't use them right away, I am dead tired within like 10 minutes. 10 minutes, I want to pass out. Like, I'm not even kidding. So, do you need carbohydrates? Not really, okay? If you get stuck in the system of saying you need them, where I'm currently at right now, you will just be on a carbohydrate roller coaster. It's ups and downs and good foods and bad foods. It's just all over the place. You really are playing just a dangerous game with everything. And I will probably most likely be going low carbohydrate in the very near future. So the next thing is, people don't understand that, where's my water? That water is important. Do I have to drink a bunch of water because I'm not eating a bunch of carbohydrates? Not that big a deal, right? Because for some reason, a lot of people think because they're not eating a lot of carbohydrates, they think that they were eating a lot of vegetables before, so the vegetables and the fruits had a bunch of water, right? That's what they think. So first of all, you were not getting enough water through your fruits and vegetables before. The reason that I understand that most of the time, why it's easiest to find out, is because people they overestimate the idea of carbohydrates, or underestimate 12 to 15 grams of net carbohydrates. So you are eating vegetables at every single meal when you are following Atkins. I can guarantee you 99.9% of the people out there on a regular carbohydrate diet, regular American diet, were not in no way, shape, or form were they eating vegetables at every single meal. You may have been eating carbohydrates at every single meal, but that does not mean you were eating vegetables. You could have been eating things like rice or tortillas or bread or pasta or candy or chocolate or just snacks that are just like junk, basically. There's a big difference. 12 to 15 grams of carbohydrates can be a pile of food this big. That's what you don't understand. So, you need water because, first of all, you were not consuming enough water through your diet, whether you think it or not. You're like, oh, I drink coffee, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's bullshit. That's probably why you feel like shit all the time, okay? So please make sure you understand that carbohydrates hold 2.4 to 2.4 grams of water per carbohydrate. Well, if you were eating 400 or 500 grams of carbohydrates per day, which is easy to do when you're not following anything low carb, then think about it. Multiply that. 2.5 grams roughly of water is going to be in each gram of carbohydrate times 400. You were soaking up water. So now think about this on a different perspective. You have to understand, if you ever eat carbohydrates and you're not drinking a lot of water, you are double screwing yourself completely. So not only are you the little bit of water that you are getting, you're retaining because of all the carbohydrates you're eating, but you're also not going to be getting rid of it because you're not drinking enough of it. Now fast forward, when you go low carbohydrate and you're actually not eating all those carbohydrates, your body is basically just flushing out each and every single piece of ounce of water that you've got inside your body. Okay? So why I say to salt your food is because sodium is going to help you absorb some of that water that you're going to be consuming. How much water am I supposed to be taking, Jonathan? Is usually the next question. The answer to that is actually going to be pretty damn simple. If you're 250 pounds, 125 ounces of water is divided by 2. Your body weight divided by 2 is going to be your body, the amount of water that you're going to be drinking. For a general rule of thumb, 90% of people are probably going to be pretty good on about a gallon. Why do I say that? Because it's just easy to measure. If you're 200 pounds, most people are going to be overweight. Okay? You're not following Atkins because you're underweight, usually, although it happens, that's usually not the case. The next question is, how long do I stay in induction phase? Okay, so I personally stayed in it for 9 months. I actually loved it. I would like to get back there and probably stay in it for an extended period again, because it gives me a good positive sense of euphoria, but also a lot more control. I don't feel wild. I don't feel like I have to eat everything. I don't feel like I have to get crazy or anything. By the way, if you're new here, please check us out on Facebook. Our group is called Healthy Living for a Healthy Life, and also on Instagram at One Big Impact. I'm a personal trainer online, in person, and I do nutrition plans and everything. So contact me if you need anything business required, business oriented. Email me at thrifttime@gmail.com. THRIFTTIME@gmail.com. Also for meal plans, that's perfectly fine. They asked me, how long am I supposed to stay in induction? Well, that's completely up to you. You don't have to come out of induction. I know people that have been there for years, 10 years actually, 6 years, 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, 1 year. I know people that have been there 2 weeks and they come out. It is required, or more accurately suggested by Atkins, that you don't stay in there too long. Usually I think they say just a couple of weeks or something like that, up to a couple months. But realistically, if you feel okay, you can stay in longer. The idea with Atkins that people really don't understand is what I'll talk about next. So the answer to how long should I stay in induction, that's completely up to you. If you're healthy and your doctors say that you're good to go and you're losing weight, or you're maintaining a healthy body weight and you're at the right caloric balance for your body and you feel good, well then stay there by all means. That's completely up to you. Now, the next thing that people ask is, I don't know if I'm willing to give up carbohydrates forever, because that's what Atkins is. It's a no-carb diet, low-carb diet, or anything like that. Okay, so here's the thing. There's a difference between keto and Atkins. The difference between the most obvious difference between keto and Atkins is, in the beginning, they are very similar in macronutrient intake, 70-30-25, 70-25-30, 70 or 70-25-5, whatever. Okay, so they are very similar in the beginning, but the thing is that keto doesn't add carbohydrates back in. Atkins does. So if you know anything about Atkins, or you picked up a book, which I'll try to remember to put a link in the description below for a book that I recommend about Atkins, it's Eat Right, Not Less, and I will put that in the description below. It actually explains to you that eventually you will be adding carbohydrates back. So there's 4 phases of Atkins. Okay, so first you got induction, then you have phase 2, where you add basically Atkins 40, where you go up to like 40 grams of carbohydrates. Then the next one's going to be like pre-maintenance, where you're kind of finding out where your carbohydrate threshold is. So you're adding carbohydrates back in to see what your trigger foods are, to see which ones make you gain weight, which ones don't. And you're going to put yourself in a prime position to be able to find out what is going to be sustainable for your life, whether it's through calories, carbohydrates, fat content, or anything. So the next one is going to be maintenance phase, lifetime maintenance. This is going to be a piece of your existence for the future. You're going to know, I can eat 266 grams of carbohydrates a day within my caloric range and I won't gain weight. This is why I like Atkins so much, because if you go through all the phases, you will find out what works for you best and you will not be low carb forever. So it teaches you a better understanding of how to be nutritionally balanced with a lot of different things. Now, the last and final thing that people ask me, do I have to meal prep? No. Should you? Yes. The reason I say you have to meal prep is because if you are tracking and stuff like that, it's a flawed process. 90% of people that come to me and they have done Atkins or they have done keto or anything like that, they go, oh yeah, I track it, but I'm not getting results. I pop them on a meal plan, boom, 20 pounds lost. Don't try to tell me that it's not working, or that meal plans don't work for you, or meal prepping doesn't work for you. It's just because you think that it's going to be too much difficult work. It takes 2 hours a week to meal prep on one day, on your day off, and then you're legitimately done for the entire week. Now, add up 15 minutes a day times 5 times a day. Make your meals. Go ahead, do the math. I don't know what the hell that is, but I know it's about an hour and a half a day. Hour and a half, 3 hours, 4.5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 7.5 hours, 9 hours, 9, 10, 12 hours a week just on preparing your meals throughout the day. People, like, if you don't have time, you don't want to spend time on the meal prep, okay, well then stop making your meals one at a time, because you're wasting your time making your meals one at a time, getting distracted because little Jimmy's like jumping on your face while you're trying to freaking cook something. You're like, child, stop. Like, seriously. Like, it is that difficult. You will get distracted, and then by the time you're done cooking your meals, because Jimmy is like leached onto your head and you cannot figure out what to do with this like suction cup child, like, you are literally like distracted and stressed out, and then you just start eating the whole world because you're like, I'm freaking done. Prep your damn meals. It's really freaking easy. You guys, if you're new here, please check us out on Facebook. Like I said before, Healthy Living for Healthy Life. Be stronger than excuses. Remember to spread love, not hate. Drink your damn water. Hashtag Team Boo. If this helped you, please like and comment and share the damn video. Goodbye. Really quick, one more thing. If you go in the link in the description below at ketocrate.com and you use my coupon code from November 13th, I believe, through the 19th, you're going to get a buy one, get one free keto box. It's got tons of cool stuff like snacks and drinks and all kinds of stuff. It's really super awesome. It's like a subscription box, but I think you could do, like, pretty sure 99% sure you don't have to do it all the time. It's just like one and done, which is really freaking cool. And if you go past that point using my link or my code, One Big Impact, you actually get like 25% off. So super freaking amazing. Go check it out. Thank you so much for the support, guys.